we have a word problem. Now remember, whenever you read the word problem, it's best to use a highlighter just so you can highlight the key items, so you don't have to go back and reread the question or the problem over and over again. Mike has $40, so that's how much he has, and wants to buy peanuts and refreshments for his friends at a baseball game. So he wants to buy peanuts and refreshments. Now peanuts are $3 and refreshments are $4 each. Write an inequality that models the situation. Be sure to label your variables. So in this case, it's $3 for every peanut plus $4 for every refreshment. Now remember, if he buys 5 peanuts, it will be $3 times 5. If he buys 5 refreshments, it will be 4 times 5. So this indicates the number of refreshments or the number of peanuts. And he has $40. So you need to think, okay, what should be bigger? This is how much they're going to charge him, and this is how much he has. How much they charge him should be bigger, or how much he has? Correct. How much he has should be bigger. So the amount that they charge him should be less than, or it can also be equal to. Now, in this case, it's best to use your x's and y. So we're going to change this to a 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to 40. So this is going to be our inequality. Now, since we changed it to x's and y's, let's go and label the variables. X will be the number of peanuts, and y will be the number of refreshments. Now we need to be able to graph the solution to the inequality. Now remember, there's 2 ways of graphing it. Well, multiple ways. One way is to be able to find your x and y intercepts and plot them. Another one is to leave it into slope-intercept form, where you leave the y by itself. So let's go through the process. Let me write it down first. 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to 40. I need to leave the y by itself. I'm going to move my 3x to the right because it's a negative 3x. So we have 4y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 40. I still need to leave the y by itself, so I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. The 4's cancel. So y is less than or equal to, negative divided by positive is going to be negative 3 over 4x. 40 divided by 4 is just positive 10. Now it is a good idea to label your x's and y axis just as it shows here. So let's see, your x are your number of peanuts, and your y will be the number of refreshments. Now it says, if you want, well, let's go and graph it, right? The y-intercept is 10, so let's make it 1 more. And my slope is down 3 to the right 4. So it does fit, so we don't need to change the scale. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to decide if this is going to be solid or dash. In this case, because there's an equal sign, I know it's going to be a solid line. Then I need to decide whether I must shade one side or the other. I just need to check a point, so I'm going to check 0, 0. 0, 0 is the easiest point to plug in. And we want to plug into the original equation. So that gives me 3 times 0 plus 4 times 0 is less or equal to 40. So instead of the x will be 0, instead of the y will be 0. That cancels, this cancels. So it gives me 0 is less or equal to 40. Is that true or false? This will be a true statement. So therefore 0, 0 has to be shaded, so that means that all the points below have to be shaded as well. That means that those are all the solutions that are possible. Now, let's go look through the question, letter C. If he wants to buy only 2 refreshments, so if he wants to buy only 2 refreshments, and let's continue with the line. What is the largest number of peanut bags he can buy? So let's see. And if we continue with the line, So the largest boxes, it seems to be 10. Now it says explain algebraically and graphically. So graphically will be using graph. Will be, you can just tell me that's 10 and place a little dot so I can find it, a little arrow. So it'll be 10 peanuts. Now algebraically we can use the inequality that we wrote down, and instead of the r, which is the y, we're going to replace it with a 2. So it will be 3x plus 4. Remember, we're trying to solve for x. So we're going to replace the 2 instead of the r, which corresponds to the y, times 2, which is less than or equal to 40. And we just solve it. So it gives us 3x plus 8 is less than or equal to 40. Move the 8 to the right, becomes a negative 8. So it gives me 3x is less than or equal to 32. I'm going to divide by 3. Divide by 3. So therefore, x has to be less than or equal to, 3 goes into 32 10 times. I'm going to remain this 2/3. So the maximum number that you can get is 10. So you do it graphically by using the graph, and algebraically by using the equation. Now, list one way that he can spend all his money. Explain algebraically and graphically. Now, the points that are on the line, that means that he's spending all of his money. So let's go and select this point right here. So he can spend 4 bags of peanuts, or 4 peanuts, and 7 refreshments. And if you show me the arrows, then I can see that you did it graphically. By using the graph, it will be 4 peanuts and 7 refreshments. So let's go and plug into the equation. So algebraically will be 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to 40. Now remember, your peanuts are your x, so I'm not plugging in 4. And your refreshments are your y. I'm not plugging in 7. If this is true, then that should be equal to 40. That means that you spend all of your money. So 12 plus 28, which is equal to 40. And that is it for this review.